All right, so today we're diving into grants administration.
And it's more interesting than it sounds right.
Way more. People hear grants administration and they think paperwork.
Yeah.
But it's really not just that.
No, it's about making things happen.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's about impact.
Impact.
It's a career path.
Absolutely.
And we're working with excerpts from RoleCatcher on this one.
Which is fascinating because they're very forward-looking.
Yeah, they call themselves a career development platform.
Mm-hmm.
They really get into the nitty-gritty of what it means to be a grants administrator.
And they go beyond the sort of like
The base set.
day-to-day.
Yeah.
Like there's more to it than just the tasks you do every day.
Well, and I love that they emphasize the entire life cycle of a grant.
Yes.
It's not just about like, here's the money.
Oh, no.
You're there from like the very beginning to the very end.
The seed of an idea.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're proving the impact.
And that's why they use this phrase, turning vision into reality.
Well, like
It's not just managing paperwork. You're really...
shaping programs.
Right.
You're evaluating proposals.
And these are proposals that could be
Important stuff.
critical social issues.
Research. You're making those visions a reality.
Exactly.
So you're the storyteller,
Yes.
but also like the strategist
Mm-hmm.
and the numbers person.
And the numbers person. That's right.
Okay, but what does a typical day actually look like?
Well, they have this great section called Day in the Life.
And it's not boring.
No, it's not just emails and phone calls.
Oh, good.
Okay, so imagine this. You start your day reviewing a grant proposal for a community garden.
I love that.
Then you're on a call with a government agency advocating for increased funding for a youth mentorship program.
Wow.
Later, you're analyzing data to assess the impact of a grant aimed at reducing homelessness.
So it's really dynamic.
Very dynamic.
You're not just like stuck in the weeds all the time.
No.
Which brings us to the skills.
Yes.
RoleCatcher really highlights the skills you need to be successful here.
They do.
And they even give us percentages.
Percentages. I love it.
For us data nerds.
Okay, so persuasion, speaking skills, 63%.
Wow. That's a lot.
Active listening and writing come right after that.
Makes sense.
Communication is key.
But it's not just communicating information.
Exactly.
You got to analyze situations.
Right.
Strategize solutions.
And RoleCatcher has
That's why I go ahead.
critical thinking and problem solving at a close third.
It's like the saying, no 2 days are the same.
That's right.
Okay, but let's talk career progression.
Yeah.
How do you actually climb this ladder?
The latter.
RoleCatcher lays it out really well, actually.
I was impressed by that.
From entry level to like the big leagues.
The top.
They have these example profiles that are like mini
Like
biographies.
very relatable.
It's not just a ladder though, right?
No, it's more like choose your own adventure.
You got it.
You can start as a grants assistant. Maybe you're fresh out of college.
Yeah.
Eager to learn.
Support the team.
They use the phrase infectious enthusiasm, which I love.
Because you need that when you're doing database management and grant writing support.
For sure.
Which, let's be honest, can be a little
Can be.
tedious at times.
At times, yes.
So you've been a grants assistant for a while.
You've learned the ropes.
You've gotten really good at like...
Deciphering those grant guidelines.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So what's next?
What is next?
Well, RoleCatcher says it's grants coordinator.
Okay.
And this is where you really start owning parts of the process.
You're not just assisting anymore.
Right. More responsibility.
Like what specifically?
Reviewing applications for one.
Oh, wow.
Making sure they actually fit the guidelines.
That's a big deal.
It is. And they give this example
Oh, yeah.
of a coordinator who had to tell an applicant that their project
Oh, no.
wasn't a good fit for the grant.
Ouch.
Even though it was an amazing project.
This has got to be hard.
Right. You need serious diplomacy skills for that.
Big time.
Because you're not just like rejecting them, you're
Yeah.
trying to help them find the right opportunity.
So it's about understanding the nuances of each grant
Yes.
and making sure the money goes to the right place.
Every dollar.
Okay. But you become a grants coordinator
Uh-huh.
and then
Well, then you might specialize.
become a grant specialist.
Exactly.
Niche expertise.
Niche.
I get it.
RoleCatcher talks about a specialist who focused on STEM education.
So they were like the go-to person for all things STEM funding.
Exactly. They knew everything about science grants.
Wow.
That's where you really start to shape the future.
Because you're not just finding money
You're identifying where the money needs to go.
to have the biggest impact.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've gone from assistant to coordinator to specialist.
We're climbing that ladder.
And at the top, we have
The grants manager.
the big boss.
RoleCatcher calls them the strategic mastermind.
They oversee everything, right?
The whole department, the budget, the strategy.
It's a lot.
It is, but it shows how much a grants professional can do.
They've worked their way up.
From applications to leadership?
Speaking of maximizing potential, though,
Yes.
we can't forget about AI.
The elephant in the room or the algorithm in the computer?
Right. It's changing everything.
And RoleCatcher is all about it.
Really? I
Yeah.
thought they might be afraid of it.
No, they're embracing it.
Interesting.
They talk about how AI can analyze job descriptions.
To help you tailor your resume.
Exactly, so you highlight the right skills.
It's like having a secret weapon.
It is.
No more agonizing over every single word in your cover letter.
AI takes the guesswork out.
Love it.
And it's not just for job seekers.
Oh, really?
Grants administrators are using it too.
How so?
To streamline their workflows, analyze data, find funding opportunities.
So it's not about replacing humans.
No, it's about making us better.
Working smarter, not harder.
Exactly.
Which makes you wonder what the future holds.
It does make you wonder.
But amidst all this exciting stuff,
Yeah.
we have to talk about the realities.
The challenges.
RoleCatcher doesn't shy away from those.
No, they don't sugarcoat it.
They get real about the paperwork,
The regulations.
the funding issues,
It's not always easy.
and then there's the potential for fraud.
Right. They actually quote a grants manager who said, "Integrity is non-negotiable in this field."
It's good they're honest about that stuff.
Yeah. You know, they're not trying to paint a rosy picture.
It shows they get it.
They understand the responsibility.
Especially when you're talking about money that's supposed to help people.
Exactly. That's what makes this so interesting for our listeners.
Because they care about that stuff.
Right. They value efficiency.
They love those aha moments.
And they're not afraid of a challenge.
It's easy to feel overwhelmed, though, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Like, how do you keep up with everything?
Especially in a field like this.
But maybe AI is the answer.
It could be the key to getting ahead.
Instead of being intimidated by it.
Right. Use it to your advantage.
Analyze all that data.
Find hidden funding opportunities.
Make things easier for everyone.
Work smarter, not harder.
Exactly.
And for anyone thinking about this career,
This is a good sign, right?
it's not just a job. It's a field that's moving forward.
And you can make a real difference.
That's what's so exciting.
It's not just about the mechanics of it all.
It's about the bigger picture.
The future.
What's next for this field?
How will technology change things?
Those are the questions we need to ask.
It's exciting to think about.
It really is.
Well, we've only just scratched the surface today.
We could talk about this for hours.
But hopefully this has given everyone some things to think about.
Some food for thought.
Whether you're just starting out or you're a seasoned pro,
There's always something new to learn.
that's the beauty of it.
Absolutely.
Your skills,
Yeah.
your passion, your ability to adapt.
That's what will shape the future.
Couldn't have said it better myself.